So, Davante Adams has been an absolute godsend for our Las Vegas Raiders over the last couple of years. I mean, first of all, also being a Vikings fan, I was happy to see him go out of the division, and I was even more stoked for him to come to the Raiders because, I mean, him pairing up with Derek Carr was just a dream come true, especially with what they did back in the day at Fresno State, right? And I know it was what a lot of people assumed would probably be his last contract or maybe his second to last contract. Maybe even, I don't know, maybe he'll play till 34 or 35 because he's still getting it done. I mean, just ever since he came in with the Raiders, back-to-back 100 catch and 1,000-yard seasons, 22 touchdowns over the last couple of years. And, yeah, he's been that dude for a long time. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer. There is no question about that in my mind. I think that when he hangs him up, he's going to be able to go get that gold jacket. Gold jacket, green jacket, who gives a crap? Happy Gilmore fans, please know that reference. But there's a bigger question here, especially when we consider the fact that Davante Adams has been a very valued member of this franchise for the last couple of years. But there's the age factor. He's 31. He's getting up there in age for a guy that's going to be making, 30-some-odd million in the next couple of years. But I really want to shed a light on this because if you specifically look at this year for his contract, this could be his very last year, or at least in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. In a long way of asking, is this the last year for Davante Adams to be with the Las Vegas Raiders? Now, you'll see this year, yes, there's a potential out after this season. And again, I will go through this with you guys, step by step here. So overall, it plays first couple of years with the Raiders. After this year, there's a potential out for Las Vegas with only $15.7 million on the cap. Now, with that, it has to come after June 1st. So that is obviously, I believe that's the beginning of the new league year. So if they do it before then, it's going to be $23.5 million. But after June 1st, that is when the dead cap goes to $15.7 million. Now, again, that comes down to if they do release him after that June 1st date, it does save the team a little bit of money, and they can, I believe they can roll that over into next year as well, too. So they're in a spot where he's been producing. He's been doing a lot of really good things, but how much longer can he go? And especially with a $35 million cap hit coming up in the next couple of years, is that going to justify him continuing to get that money? Especially with his age, given even despite his ability, you do have to ask yourself, how much longer can he keep this up? Now, I do think this could be a situation where maybe they cut him after this, post June 1st, but then, or after June 1st, excuse me, and then they maybe even sign him to a 1-2 year deal potentially. Even though he's got a lot left in the tank, he's shown no signs of slowing down. He could very much be with the Raiders for a very long time, but it does start to get to that question where when you get over 30, you have those wide receivers that have a little bit of tread on the tires, and he's going to be making about the same money as Justin Jefferson, who's just entering his prime in the NFL. So definitely some questions to be considering here. So do the Raiders keep Davante Adams and keep him on the roster, teach the younger guys, be that number one guy for him, or do they potentially move on in the future? Personally, I wouldn't mind hanging on to him because he's still producing for you. Now, if he had come off a 60 catch, 800-yard year with maybe 4 or 5 touchdowns, maybe we'd be having a different conversation right now. But with an improved defense, with Aiden O'Connell coming into, and that's another thing too, Aiden O'Connell, if he doesn't produce like we know he can, and Gardner Minshew isn't the answer at long-term quarterback, does Davante Adams even want to be here? That's the ultimate question. So I do think that this could be Davante Adams last year with the Raiders, and I think it's going to be something to watch as we head into the season and in the offseason of next year. But overall, let us know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe down below. Thank you guys for joining us again, and we'll see you on the next video.